Hi. According to old Swedish folklore, firewood should have been chopped up and ready by tomorrow, which is the Wednesday before Easter. Now, I don't really believe in that, and in fact, I have never gotten my firewood ready so early in the season. But I think it's a good opportunity to talk a little bit about some ways of making it a little bit easier for you to chop up your firewood. And my first tip is to use protective clothing and gear. When I work, I will use these special pants, which are made to withstand if you take your chainsaw and cut in your leg. I have special boots on. I will use these gloves, which are made for chainsaw work, and also this helmet with a visor. When I use the hydraulic splitter, I'm going to use protective eyewear and also something to protect my hearing. And the reason that you use this is because it's very inefficient to be in the hospital needing stitches when you could be working with your axe or your hydraulic wood splitter instead. My second tip is to RTFM, and this means to please read the manual, because in the manual you can find information about what kind of safety equipment you need to wear, what you should not do and what you should do, like keep a distance between you and any bystanders. So please read the manual. My third tips is to cut the firewood in exactly the same length. And by doing so, you can set up the hydraulic wood splitter so the work will be much faster. I'll show you how I mean. To get the equal length of all firewood, either you can do like this, put them on some kind of board and just cut them, and this way I will have the length of these will be almost the same on one side and a little bit different on the other side. Another way of doing it is to use something like this. This is just a magnet and a stick, and then if you have a long lengths of wood, you can make a mark, and then make a mark, and then you just take this off and you can go in and cut it. If you have one of those big circular saws, like a big firewood saw, then it's even easier to get the length equal. As you can see now, I have a very small play here between the hydraulic wood splitter and the wood. I can keep this small distance here because these are now in equal length. If they were in a lot of different lengths, sometimes I might have to adjust this one up, and sometimes I'd have to wait for this to go down to a lower piece of wood. So putting some effort in getting these the same length is really worth it, especially if you have a slow wood splitter like this one. Now this wasn't very effective, but if you do this from start, like when you have the long wood, then it's much better. My fourth tips is actually two in one. It is to work effectively and ergonomically. By having the firewood up on something like this, it's easy to handle it, and this wood splitter is quite high, so I don't have to bend down, and then putting it in here is also easy for me. And the effectiveness comes from being close to the firewood, splitting it, putting in the cart, and then going down to the house where I can put it away for storage. My fifth and final tip is that wood cutting can be a little bit boring sometimes. So use a headset and listen to a book or a pod or maybe some music, and the work will be much easier that way. So I wish you all a happy Easter, and I hope that your wood cutting will be working out great this season. Bye.